Hey, it's Nicola and marketing specialists. This is going to be the course for Jira just made for you. If you're actually wondering if Jira can be used for the marketing purposes, yes, it can be used. It's not only made for the software developers, it's also made for the sales team, for the finance team, for the HR, for IT, analytics, you name it. So, as the marketing specialists, let's say that we want to run a campaign here, and the campaign that we're actually gonna be naming here is going to be, let's say, Topi. This is something that I just saw. All right, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to look for more, and most of the time what actually will happen in here is that you will have your marketing project created for you, because probably you're going to be having some Jira admins within your organization. If this is not the case, you can always create a team managed project, and there is a whole difference between the team managed and company managed projects. So let us proceed with creating our campaign management. Okay, so this is what we have in here. These are the columns of your board in here, and we can see that there is actually quite a lot of the of this of these columns. So I'm gonna be like, yeah, I really don't need a lot of them. So let's say ready for review, and in review basically it's the same thing, and this is something that I wouldn't really I wouldn't actually really require to have. So I'm curious about this because yeah, I can move this to the left, to the right, so I can, if I want my board to be first, I can move my board to be first. If I don't actually want to see the summary of everything that is interconnected with my project in here, how many issues I have in status, what is the recent activity, this for me would be actually really really great, because I can also see the workload, I can see the issues that are in the priority, which ones are going to be in the due in the next 7 days. So this is something really that I could be using. Of course, if you want to customize everything from scratch, you can always select to start from the blank. I actually wouldn't recommend this, because it would take some time to actually set it up. It's not something that comes naturally, because maybe you want to have some new issue types or anything like that. So the easy way that we want here to create like a new campaign for the Topi, I can say something like, I can click on create, and I can be like, write a copy for Topi ad, for example. So this could be something that I can use, right? And when I click on this, now I can see that I have a description in here. I can fill this description, and I can say Topi ad for 2025, and I can click on save, and this is going to be in my description. Now for the assignee, I can assign someone else for this. I can say that this is going to be for Emma, because she's the specialist in here, and you can just ignore this part in here, okay? this is something that is not really important. This was some automation that was set by the Jira. You're not gonna be having this to be shown to you. All right, so I assigned an issue to her, and I'm saying the due date is going to be, let's say, over the course of 2 weeks. The priority is going to be the high priority. The start date, we're going to begin on Monday with this. So we can also have the category, not really, the budget for this. So actually this is really interesting for here, because of course for every campaign you're gonna have your budgeting. So let's say for the budget, I'm gonna put it like this. So this is going to be $2,500. For the labels, I can add the marketing and the media, for example. There's like the original estimate in here, and it's saying that this estimate is going to be in the minutes, and also the time tracking in here. This is when Emma is going to log the time that she was actually working on this specific issue. Now we have our first issue that was created, and it was actually in here. If you already want to actually do this, so we have this one issue type, which is going to be the task. And as you can see in here, this is almost pretty much the same, but in this view you're going to fill out all of the information that basically you need, so you don't have to click it again. So let's say that this time write a copy for Topiad. I'd say that for now we're planning to do something, right? We're planning to onboard new marketeers. All right, so there's no like selecting of the date, so I'm going to assign this to myself because I'm going to be the lead here. This is also going to be a high priority, and let's say the new marketer, they're gonna be starting to work in the next 4 days. So this is gonna be it. I don't need any budget for that, so this is gonna be for the planning, and this has been assigned to me, so now I can onboard the new marketeer in here. Now for the summary, I can see that summary actually has changed. There were two new issues that were actually created. This is something that I have in here, like this is for when the issue has not started, and this is when actually this is in the planning phase. And as you can see, each of these statuses are representing a different color. There are also the recent activities that were happening within this project, and also how many issues are having the high priority. Also, I can see the team workload in here, and what is the distribution of the work. So if like one teammate has a lot of stuff to do, maybe I can assign someone else to take the work from them, which is pretty great. Also, of course, when I have like, I can move this to in planning, they're then ready to review, then it can go into the review, and I can say, you know what, this part is done, and I get this like little celebration in here, and it's like I have onboarded a new user, and this, you're going to get the check mark in here. This is called the resolution, and this right here actually cannot be changed. There are actually some of the ways that you can do it, but since I'm talking about from the point of view of the marketeer, this is something that your Jira admin has to set up for you. Alright, so what else I can do? I can also create a Confluence page in here if I want, and I can create this for this specific issue, right? I can do it for that, or in some other way. The another thing how I can see my issues are as the list, and as you can see, this is like more a in the view of the issues in the table itself, with the some extra columns that you can add in here as well. So you can add, let's say, comments in here, and when I click on comment, it's gonna redirect me to this minimized view of the issue, and also it's gonna point out to the comment that were actually the comment that was made to this specific issue. So that is actually pretty good. You can always arrange how you want your columns to be, shown. So let's say you have the reporter, then you have the assignee. So however you want to customize it, you can do it. The calendar view, this is actually pretty great because you can actually see in the more visual way the status of your issues, which is actually a pretty great thing. Yes, and the another way that you can actually see this is within your timelines. If you're having some dependencies between the two of the tasks that you're actually doing, you're going to have like a line here that is going to say that there are actually dependencies. So how do you create those dependencies? Well, let's say for example you have now let's say we're gonna have a new issue in here created, write a copy for Topiad, and I'm going to say send emails, and I'm going to say, you know what, that these emails, this that I have written in here, so this is actually dependent. So what I can actually do is right now I can say that for this one I can link issues, and I can link an issue right here, and I can say that this is relating to this issue right here, and I'm going to link this. So now if I go back to my timeline right here, you're going to see that there is actually a dependency right here, and that dependency is for the send emails. But I have nothing selected in here. Why? Because I haven't defined the start date, and I haven't defined the due date of this issue right here. Of course, I can change the assignee. I can change what is the priority, start date, end date, and things like that. So also I can go with forms. Forms is actually a way where you can actually collect some of the information. You can send it to your, let's say, to your stakeholders or your sponsors of the campaign. Really depends. And you can collect all of the information of, let's say, the upcoming campaign that is going to be there. So you can do that as well. So if I create a form here, so this is going to be like stakeholder feedback, for example. So there is going to be description, there is going to be the summary as well. I can then add some more stuff in here. I can add some custom fields if I want, but I have to first create a custom field in order for me to actually add that custom field within this form. But when I click on preview, it's going to be here, and when I share that with my stakeholders, they they should be able to see it. But it's like anyone we create permissions in this project will be able to see it. But if my stakeholders are actually not part of this specific campaign project, I can actually within within this site, I can share this form with them, and I can send this to them. They will submit the answer, and when they actually submit the answer will appear on this very board. Pages, this is something that is important because mostly you're going to use this when you're creating your campaigns, when you're creating your copies, when you want to have, like, let's say maybe some user research or something like that. So you can either create connect with the spaces or with the pages themselves. So I can go like I have, like, I don't know, software space or something like that, and within this software space I have some pages in here. The thing is, I can create a page and I can select like more templates. When I select more templates, it's gonna redirect me to the Confluence in here, and when I do this, I can select one of the templates that is available to me. So I can be like marketing, and there are things like customer interview, customer journey, elevator pitch, marketing campaign. I can use this, and yeah, I can say the name marketing campaign quarter one 2025. Mention the driver, that is going to be me. So that is how you're mentioning. There are contributors as well. I can say like this is going to be Ryan Lee, Alana Grant, the campaign name, what is the status of it, when is the launch, and everything. So I can publish this. Alright, so when I actually publish this, it should be appearing here. I will just refresh it real quick. Let me just go for the software space, and there you go. There's marketing campaign quarter one 2025. So I can link that if I want. So I can go back to my board. I can be like write a copy, and I can link Confluence content, and the Confluence content. So there's going to be software space, and this is going to be marketing campaign, and it's going to be linked right here. So I also have the document in there as well. So that is something that you can do. Attachments, this is actually pretty handy if you want to browse all of the attachments that were actually being added to this project. The issues themselves, I can go around and search for the issues that I'm interested in. I can use this either with the basic search, or I can do this and use the JQL, which is much more advanced kind of a thing. So I would suggest for you to use the basics, or if you're not sure, if you do not find your answers using the basics, you can always ask AI in here about everything, and the AI is going to help you and generate the results for you. So there are also reports that you can generate. For example, the user workload, time tracking, workload pie chart, and everything like that. Then you also have the option to create the components, and the components is the way how you can group your how you can group your issues. Let's say that and then the difference between components and labels is the components are project based and they're used within a single project, while the labels themselves are being used globally. So that is like the main difference between those. Shortcuts not really useful, kind of a thing, but you can always remove if you want. So in here you can add some shortcuts if you want, let's say to another project or something like that. You can do that anytime. And there you have it. So this is everything that marketers should know, and this is how marketing campaigns look like in Jira. And that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See ya. Bye bye.